House in Georgia has been debating this controversial anti-abortion bill that would basically ban abortions after 20 weeks. This is something we've discussed on the Young Turks. Well, they were basically debating this bill on the House floor in Georgia. And during the debate, a gentleman by the name of Representative Terry England comes up to the floor and he compares women to farm animals. Let's watch.
Life gives us many experiences. It gives us the experience, or I've had the experience of delivering calves, dead and alive, delivering pigs, dead and alive. And I want to tell you, Representative McCall, Representative Roberts, all of us, Representative Anderson, that have done that, Representative Black, that have done that, it breaks our hearts to see those animals not make it. You know, a few years ago, I had a young man come to me at our store, and it was when we were debating, talking about dog and hog hunting, I believe, and at that point there was some language inserted in there that dealt with chicken fighting. And a young man called me to the side and he said, "I want to tell you one thing. And y'all, this is salt of the earth people I'm talking about. Someone I would have never in 100 years expected to tell me what he told me that day." He said, "Mr. Terry, I want to tell you something. You tell those folks down there when they quit killing babies, they can have every chicken I've got."
Every chicken?
What was that?
I would have never expected it. I would have thought he liked his chickens.
I had some bad experiences in my life. I had to give birth to dead baby calves, and I had to pray to baby Jesus.
Yeah, but look, we're apparently not salt of the earth people because we want to hang on to our chickens. And so we wouldn't understand any of this. But I am having trouble understanding it because he's saying that you shouldn't have abortion under any circumstances, but then he tells a story about how if it goes to term with his farm animals, that it winds up really badly and heartbreaking.
His argument made no sense at all, okay? That weird comparison to barnyard animals made no sense at all. We're talking about a fetus that has not developed a brain. Okay, that's what we're talking about. And to compare it to delivering dead calves and piglets is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, but even if you go along with the comparison, it actually makes the opposite point, that they're not going to make it anyway, so why not actually take care of it earlier so that you can avoid all that suffering for the mother, and for the piglet in that case that's not going to make it, or for the humans that are going to... I mean, is he saying that, yes, we should definitely carry to term kids with no brains? Okay, all right, fine. If you want to say that I'm heartless or cruel, there's no way you should carry a baby to term that doesn't have a brain. It's not going to live. I mean, what's this conversation we're having?
The fact
How
that
crazy are you? And I'm like why? And this guy's like running the show. I mean, all across the country, people like this are winning. They're passing all these laws like, well, obviously we should deliver kids that have no brain. What are you talking about?
Listen,
am I in favor of terminating that pregnancy? Let me be clear with you. Absolutely. I know that they've got liberals on the run and Democrats on the run throughout the country who say, oh, it's so apologetic. I'm not apologetic. If the fetus doesn't have a brain, you should terminate the pregnancy. Okay? How clear am I?
You're quite clear. But look, this is why it's such an issue, right? Because you will have people who make sound arguments against abortion, right? You will have people on the right who say, no, I feel like we're killing a life here. But the right wing has become so extreme that they don't use any logic anymore, which makes it very easy for people on the left to dismiss them, right? The reason why we're so dismissive of anti-abortion legislation is because in a lot of cases, it doesn't even make any sense. And in this case, it doesn't make any sense. They're so consumed with the idea of being extreme right-wingers that they propose legislation that doesn't make any sense at all.
And, we come up with this logic and we talk about it and we try to reason it out. And their answer is, but I met this guy the other day
And he said he'd give up his chickens.
And get this, all his chicken. All his chicken to save the babies. Can you imagine? Yeah, I would hope so if he thought that they were, like we disagree on whether they're life or not, but if they're life, would you give up your chickens to save lives, human lives? Of course you would.
Yeah.
What kind of animal wouldn't?
Right.
But he's like amazed by that. He's like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, man. Because normally we're cheap sons of bitches out here. We wouldn't give up a nickel. But this guy said he'd give up all his chickens. I said, dang.